Yo, my 1v1 me fam. Look. Uncle HK, aka Homie Kirk, is back with another one today. And look, today's video, I got a special video. And I got my dog KC Trap to answer some questions for us. I don't know if y'all seen it. The other day we dropped, did Team Chad Benz fall off or did the league just get better? You know what I'm saying? Who better to answer that question? KC Trapping himself, who's center for Team Chad Benz. What his thought process on it is, it's all gonna be in this video right here. Go download 1v1 Me app at the App Store and watch all these matches live so you can stick up to date with the storylines as they're happening live. All right, let's get into this interview with KC. All right, y'all, we are with KC Trapping right now. We are with KC Trapping. At this point in time right now, he is currently what is 9-4 crown holders with Chad Benz right now. Yo, man, KC, I got a couple questions for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm doing a piece on if Team Chad Benz fell off or the league got better. Do you think y'all fell off or do you think the league got better? I know y'all didn't fall off in terms of being one of the top teams. It's just y'all came into last season 8-0. Y'all was looking feared. You know what I'm saying? You can't even lie. People's like, that team is unfair. KC, Chad got a top 6, top 10 pick. And he picked KC, who was a top 10 legend. What do you feel? You think y'all fell off in terms of how dominant y'all was, or did the league just get better and catch up a little bit?
I'd say definitely not. The league definitely has gotten better. I think we got additions of the 3 new people that are in the league. Let's name them. We got Shifty, Jay Boolin, and we've got Lark. But along with that, we've also got there's new teams. Like teams are switching up. They're on different players are with different players now.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a look at our losses, we've got a loss to OFAB and I Miss. That's a new team, and they just happen to click really well. They play really well together. I Miss has been hooping his ass off, and OFAB does his thing. He takes care of business when it comes to defense and the boards and stuff. So that's one of our losses right there. I mean, they hoop their ass off against us. So I don't consider that us falling off. Whenever we lose, it's really because the other team is hooping. It's not really because of our offense isn't doing well enough or our defense needs to be better. Our defense can always be better, but I think it's mainly because the other team is really playing to a really high standard.
That leads into my next question. Kind of like a personal one. Why do you think the narrative changed about basically you and Chad Benz? You and Chad Benz being that all-star team, everybody's it's unfair, kind of died down now, changed. And why do you think the narrative changed of you being an all-star center?
For the first part of your question, I don't know. I feel like they've always kind of people they hate to see a team that's 31-13 go and dominate the league once again. No one wants to see a team that's 31-13, best record in the league, do it two seasons in a row. That'd be almost impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So, people don't want to see that. So I think that's specifically why that's the narrative. They don't want to see us do it again. They don't want to see us succeed again.
Okay. What about the center? Why do you think it changed? Them thinking, because you was voted all-star center by the partner, and you've heard them now. You heard the disrespect. You're nah, Casey don't really. Hey, that was my next question, my third one. How do you feel about people saying you fell off, or just a paint sitter, or bottom center in the league, but last season they was calling you, they voted you an all-star,
And I think like I said, that definitely goes back to the 31-13 shit. They don't want to see me. They don't want to admit or acknowledge that I'm doing pretty decent in the league, or pretty well to be honest. And then, like I said earlier, you and I were saying it earlier, that everyone has their preferences of how they want a center to play, how they think I should be playing the game. But you shouldn't worry about how I'm playing the game. I've played the game more than every single one of them.
Okay.
Every single person in this league, I played the game more than. I guess you could say Cash Out, but Cash Out never played center.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to center and how to play it, I really genuinely believe that I have the most time on the game, so that gives me the most experience in how the game works.
Okay. Understandable. You don't think that narrative, you just kind of brushed off that narrative.
Oh no, yeah. They don't know these people, they don't know the meta of the game. The meta of the game isn't a center stepping, playing lanes, doing all this and that. throw himself out the play. That's not how the meta of the game goes. I played 17,000s of games of this shit. I know how the fuck the game works.
Yeah. All right, now, do you think you and Chad Benz are still by far the best team? Like, you think that gap is still there where you and Chad Benz is by far the best team? Then it's the next. Because like last season, we seen y'all go 31-13 with 70% win percent. Then the next best team was 25 and what, I think 15, which was Ricky, and they had like a 62. So y'all had them beat by like a whole 8%, almost 10%. See, there was a gap there. You think the gap is gonna be there again by the end of this season?
I mean, we can only hope, you know. When it comes down to it, you know, you do your best to win every single game. I go out there and I'm gonna give my all every single game. But realistically, you're not gonna win every single game.
Mm-hmm.
And to replicate what we did last season with the 31-13, that's really fucking hard. I don't think anybody will ever replicate that. I think it was, to be honest, we're throwing in a lot of like factors, like teams were new to each other. They were trying to get the grip of each other, like how we went on a 7-0 streak at the beginning of the season. Like people didn't really get the mesh. Like if you look at Tox and Draco, they were nowhere near as good last season than when they are as what they are this season. They play us this season and they smack us like none other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that leads to my last question. Where do you have yourself in the center conversation right now?
It's gonna sound crazy. Obviously, I'm biased. You know, every center, I believe, every person on this game, you should have this type of confidence when you answer these type of questions. Is how I look at it. I look at myself as the only center that's outperformed me in the time that I've been in 1v1 me has been Stage Piece, and Stage Piece isn't here. Stage Piece, I could say, is genuinely a better rebounder than me, but when it comes to other players, it's not that I don't think that they're good, don't think that they're capable. I believe more in myself, and that's the way it should be for every other center, you know?
I like that. Now, I don't know, I said that was left. You know, your playoff run last season, kind of just, everybody had you the favorites. Everybody had you the favorites last playoffs. I got upset by Stage. I didn't even ever get what that was like for you, like how you felt. I know you felt like you was the favorite. What do you think? What can you tell the Stakers? What gonna be different if you make the playoffs this season?
Well, one, there's no fucking Stage Piece. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no Stage Piece. You know.
Okay.
Like I said, if there's any center that I can say genuinely that is a better rebounder than me, which is, I believe, is the most important thing, rebounding, when it comes to big man. I don't think there's one that's a better rebounder in the whole entire league. And yeah, I miss, like we said, we see it right now. I miss sometimes is he's hooping. He's at the top of his game. He's easily looking as a top guard on the app, or on the app and on the game in general. So they played really well against us. And you know, like Kirk, I was on the game. Like I don't play the game as much anymore. But that day when we played against Stage Piece and I missed, I was on the game for like 8 hours or like 9 hours, something crazy like that, before the wager actually started. We're playing all day. Then we get on the game, Stage Piece, dog's my shit, bro. That's how it goes, bro. Yeah. I really try. Like I don't bullshit out here.
So this playoffs, man, y'all coming with a vengeance. Gonna be different.
Absolutely. Like I said, one, there's no Stage Piece. Two, I genuinely believe that I'm one of the best rebounders, if not the best rebounder on the game. And then I also have that confidence. You know, it's a huge thing. I have that confidence, that trust in my guard, Chad Benz. He's the best. No one can change my mind. Chad Benz is the best guard on the game.
Okay.
When it comes to all-around play.
All right, man. Hey, you gave me all the questions I needed answering. I appreciate you, my boy.
Glad I could answer some of them.